Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Does anything look different? Let me know in the comments below because I got a new phone. So I am now filming on the iPhone XR. So if you guys haven't seen my video on how I film using my iPhone, you can check out this video here. Super excited. I have a much requested hair tutorial for you guys, and I'd like to say a little shout out to Karmin Professional for sending me this flat iron to review on my channel. I will tell you guys what I think of it, the special features of it. I'm also going to give you guys some styling tips like how to flip your hair out using a flat iron, curl it under, messy curls, romantic curls, all with this one styling tool. If you guys stay tuned through the whole video, I have a promo code for you guys, as well as a bonus styling tip at the very end of the video. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so my hair is damp because I just got out of the shower not long ago. So first of all, I have nothing in my hair right now. I am going to spray one of my new favorite products, you guys, and it's called Marc Anthony True Professional 100% coconut oil and shea butter leave-in conditioner and detangler. So what's sweet about this is that you can just get it from Walmart. It is reasonably priced. I will also put a link in the description box where you guys can find it online if you want. So it is a leave-in conditioner. It says Salon created, detangle and repair dry damaged hair into soft, smooth, healthy looking hair with biotin. So then if you look at the back, it also contains keratin and hydrolyzed keratin and biotin. So our hair is made up of protein. So when our hair is like very fragile and frail, prone to breaking, lots of the time, especially when you're blonde, it's because if you think of your hair as like a cylinder, when you color it, use styling tools on it, all of that stuff creates damage in our hair. And so it's just like taking a cylinder and just ripping out little potholes in that cylinder. And so what keratin does, and specifically hydrolyzed keratin, it is protein that's broken down into smaller molecules so that it is better absorbed by our hair. So it's going to help fill in that cylinder shape of our hair into a stronger, less potholey, because when it's all full of potholes, it's more prone to breakage, right? So it's going to help fill that all in and make it a super strong cylinder again. I hope that analogy makes sense. So I'm just gonna take out my earrings before we start. And then I use this on my kids too, and it smells like the beach, like coconut. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so I spray the majority of this in the ends because that's the part of our hair that's usually the driest and the front of our hair. And I don't put as much on the root because if you have anything that's kind of like oily and heavy at your root, you're not gonna get good volume. And then I just sort of work it into the hair. Okay, and then I'm going to blow dry it. Then once your hair is totally dry, I'm going to show you guys a couple tips with the Karmin Professional Salon Pro G3 limited edition styling iron. You guys, this is super cool. First of all, the box is beautiful. And then it comes with this awesome traveling case, but it's not like any other traveling case that I've ever had for my styling tools. So this is going to protect like your bag, everything else from getting heat damage. But when you open this up, it has a styling mat that comes off that you can set on your counter or wherever and put your flat iron on so that it doesn't burn your carpet or your countertop, anything. So isn't that so cool? And then inside the bag is the flat iron. So I just have my flat iron on the little heat mat. And while it's heating up, I just wanted to share a couple things about the iron that I think is really sweet. The plates are ceramic and tourmaline. So what that means is they're fully ceramic. They're not ceramic coated, so you don't have to worry about the coating chipping off. And then after that, having it snag and pull your hair and damage your hair. So it is a ceramic plate and it has a tourmaline coating. So what that means is that applying that over is not only going to protect your iron, but it also decreases frizz, makes your hair look smoother, helps distribute the heat of the iron more evenly over your hair. So why this one is awesome is because it is geared towards most hair types. Also, it has rounded edges, you'll see. So that's really good for doing messy curls that I'm gonna show you guys. And it also has a dial right here, so you can adjust the heat temperature. So if you do have coarser hair, you can put it on the full 460 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have thinner, damaged, just more fragile hair, you could turn it down, and it goes all the way down to 250. So you could put it at 360, whatever you like, you can adjust the heat settings. So those are some of the things that I really like about this flat iron. So I am going to show you guys just a couple of my tips and tricks on flat ironing your hair, getting volume, and doing your messy curls easy. So when I'm flat ironing my hair, you do still want to get volume out of your hair. So what I'll do is you can just put it right at the root, bring it out and around and then down. And that's going to create lift at your root. If you pull it out and down, out and down. If you're wanting to have a slight curl under your hair, just ever so slightly, give your wrist a little bend, and that will give you a curl if you prefer to have your hair curling under. And however much you curl your wrist or flick your wrist, that's how much curl you're going to get with your hair. On the other hand, if you're wanting to flip your hair out, I'll do it on this side. So say you prefer it flipping away from in the front, you want to wear it straight but with a little flip. Same thing, instead of flicking your wrist under, we're just going to turn our wrist back. So like this, and turn your wrist back. And that's how you can use a flat iron to flip out your hair. See? Super pretty. So that's a nice alternative to like just wearing your hair straight. You can straight with a little bit of a flip and a kickback. So the messy curls. The messy curls. This is what I hear all the time. How do you do your messy curls? So first of all, start by separating your hair just above your ears. Get this out of the way. Okay, this is something new that I have not shown you guys before on my channel. And so you take your piece of hair, you don't want it too thick. So we have our flat iron open, wrap it around and pull down. Isn't that cool? So that's how you're gonna get a romantic kind of like formal type of curl. And if you want a messy curl, you want to keep it, you can do the same thing. Wrap it around and just pull down and then leave the ends straight. And that will give you more of like a beachy, once you comb it all out, that'll give you more of the beachy kind of messy curls. Okay, so on this level, I'm gonna show you guys how I usually do my flat iron curls. So this other way, just wrapping it around the plate and pulling down, that is foolproof. But the way that I always have done is just take your chunk of hair, and I always do the pieces around my face, I always put them back. So put it between the plates, close your plates, twist your wrist, and then just pull out, leaving the ends straight. See, ends are straight. Okay, again, take your chunk of hair, close it, flip your wrist back, and then just pull out. Like, the quality of this iron is amazing. I currently use a Chi. Before Karmin Professional sent me this to try, and this blows my Chi out of the water. I'll show you on this side now. So we want it to go back, flip back away so that it's matching this curl. So I'm going on top. Here I went under, so I'm going on top, flip my wrist back, and then just pull straight out, leave the ends straight. One more time. Putting the hair in between, close, flip your wrist backwards and pull, and then leave the ends. And that is how you do messy curls. So I'm gonna finish curling my hair and then I'll show you what I do just to kind of like frame my face with my bangs when I get up to the front. So now when I'm doing my bangs, I like them to flip out and I like them to not be super curly when I'm going for a more casual messy curl look. So I will just, like I showed you guys when we did the flipping technique, just flip your wrist a little bit and pull down, and that will give you a softer curl around your face. Okay, again, flip, not super curly, just a nice flip. So you can see how these look like ringlets, and this just looks like it's flipping back. So depending on how tight or how loose you want your curls depends on how much you twist your wrist. So if you just do it a little bit, you're just gonna get a little flip. If you do it a whole bunch, you're gonna get these sort of like messy ringlets. And then I'll split my hair down the back. And then I just wanna make sure none of these ends are flipping or curling. So I'm just going to straighten just the ends. And I didn't have any pulling or snagging or anything like that. My hair glided through really nice with these plates. So highly suggest this flat iron. So happy with it. So now a product that you guys probably remember from my last messy curls tutorial is the Dry Lift AG Wax. So this is a texture paste, a dry texture paste. So I just take a tiny bit on my finger, rub it between the tips of my fingers, and then I go up under my hair. And so this is gonna give you that second day feel. It's also going to help if you have really fine, limp hair, but you don't wanna use a lot. The thinner your hair, the less you have to use. And this will also make your hair more pliable. So if it starts to fall in the day, you can just go up, under, and re-manipulate it. It kind of makes your hair like Gumby. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my comb and in layers, just go and toss in some back combing. Okay, so once your hair looks like a rat nest, I just take the wide tooth part of my comb and just kind of smooth out the top layer of your hair. You don't want to stick it all the way through because then it'll just weigh down all the back combing that you've put in. And I will straighten out, I like the front of my hair to kind of be flat against my forehead. That's just preference. Okay, and once you have like the kind of rat nesty look out of your hair so that it looks like you just have super thick, amazing hair. So then I'm gonna take my Bedhead Hardhead hairspray. Love, love this hairspray. And then I just push up the root area, fluff up the ends as I'm spraying it. flatten any flyaways. There's with my earrings. You guys notice I have tunnels. If you guys want to see how I wear dangly earrings with tunnels, I will link that video right here. You guys think, did that help you guys? Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see as far as hair with a flat iron. I would be so happy to help you with that. I will also leave down in the description box a code that you guys can use to save if you guys wanted to pick yourself up one of these Karmin Professional Flat Irons. Highly suggest, you guys. I am super happy with this flat iron. Thanks again to Karmin Professional for sending this to me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Okay, and then to anyone who has stayed till the end of the video, I have another styling tip for you. So this is how I get my super signature flip it all over, shiny, healthy looking hair. So here is the Matrix Biolage Sugar Shine System Illuminating Mist for normal to dull hair. So I take a little bit of this, spray it just on your ends. You don't really want it on your roots because then you're gonna look greasy. So spritz just on the ends, and it smells so good. And just kind of like scrunch it into your hair so it gets really worked in. And then throughout the day, I will just take and toss it to this side, just kind of willy-nilly like that. And because you have that texture paste, the hairspray, everything, it kind of keeps it lifted. And then once it starts to look flat on this side, I will take it and just flip it over to this side. And that is how I keep my hair voluminous, kind of messy, like I don't care, but actually like every strand is curled strategically. So yeah, I will list all of these products down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.